Imagine, it's the first day of class and you arrive 30 minutes early as always. You notice a student waiting patiently for the door to open. You greet the student, open the door, continue on. The student follows you, making a beeline to their seat. With materials out and waiting patiently, you let the student know that it is early and class will start at the designated time. The student answers, "Yes, ma'am, sir," and continues to wait with materials out, nice, neatly placed on his desk. Now, don't we wish all our students were early or even on time and prepared for class? What would you say, or how would you react if I told you this student was a veteran? Would you expect it from them? How could you use this student to influence the rest of your class? What do veterans have that regular students do not? Today I want to talk to you about how colleges or universities can use this type of training, the training that veterans receive, to improve classroom environments and provide students with that leadership that they may be missing. As a veteran, student, and employee at a university, I can provide first-hand information the countless times I have taken my own personal time to talk with students and provide leadership and guidance they are seeking. Oftentimes, students just want to talk to someone to guide them, someone with experience. Instructors don't always have that time. As instructors at higher education institutions, you may not be fully prepared on how to interact with veterans. However, understanding what veterans have gone through or the type of training they received could greatly affect the outcome of your class. Shannon McClelson, who wrote an article in the guest editorial, mentioned that higher education institutions are beginning to see a rise in veteran enrollments. This is leading to institutions to try to figure out how to properly support these veterans. But what is being underutilized is the experience these veterans bring. They do need support, but they also bring so much more to the table. Some universities are even beginning to see and implement ways to use the strengths in order to improve relationships on campus between veterans, students, and instructors. Veterans can bring a certain dynamic to the classroom. The leadership they show by the examples they set, being on time for class, and the discipline they have in the classroom. The respect alone they show, along with time management, is contagious. Why? Because other students see that and want to mimic that. So students will oftentimes reach out to these veterans to see what they are doing. The Journal of Continuing Higher Education, published in 2020, said that institutions fail to account for the strengths student veterans acquire in the military. The same article also mentions, because of this, those working in higher education fail to utilize the strengths of veterans. Veterans bring a culture that traditional students do not have, culture and experience. Veterans are self-disciplined, more heightened on global awareness, and understand the world. With this type of knowledge, a veteran can share experiences with students on the importance of education, what it means here and in other countries. And the Department of Education published Stats in Brief. It shows that in 2007, 4% of undergraduate students were veterans. Today, there are over 3.5 million veterans served by higher institutions. Imagine using those numbers to influence your classrooms. Veterans have a strong drive and willpower to follow through and complete assignments. Again, when putting veterans in a group setting, most likely the veteran will take charge and keep the group focused, ensuring the completion of assignments on time, reviewed, and turned in. What does this all come from? Discipline. Discipline is an important contributor that veterans bring. The military service brings a strong work ethic. Work ethic leads to completing assignments. Not only completing them, again, completing them on time. Many veterans are older and are more mature than college-age students. Therefore, know the importance of completing something. What's missing out of all this? The training for instructors. We know that instructors receive very little training and even less training on how to interact with a veteran. Veterans can be used to influence, motivate, and lead students. How does this happen between the instructor and the veteran? Well, communication. Have that open communication between the veteran, the institution, and the faculty. Have the instructor sit down with the veteran. Have the instructor communicate with the veteran. Have the instructor take time to look at his roster or her roster and understand who in their class are veterans. Instructors need to encourage veterans to contact them, to communicate, to reach out. Instructors need to engage a veteran, to utilize their leadership, give them the opportunities to help improve the classroom. So with understanding, communicating, and knowing who your veterans are in a classroom, it will benefit the overall aspect of the class. Understanding and communicating with veterans enrolled in your classes can benefit everyone. So, the next time you are getting ready for class, take a look at your roster. Take time and look up your students. Identify those veterans that are enrolled in your class. Take the time to meet with them, to better understand them, to see if they do want to be the extra leader in class. Oftentimes, you don't even need to ask a veteran. A veteran will take charge. Why? That's how veterans are trained. They are trained to take charge of the situation to ensure that it succeeds. So, next time, don't just salute our veteran, engage them.